Hello friends, welcome back. So today I'm going to introduce you to some of the easy to grow vegetables in the Northwest. Since it's a lot of information, I put together a slide deck. So let's go and take a look at it and then come back.
If you're new to gardening in the Northwest, it's pretty easy to get disappointed. We have limited sun and lots of rain. You need something that's easy to grow, limited maintenance, and gives you pretty good results. I have 6 recommendations: tomato, potato, zucchini, carrot, snap pea, and beans. If you're short of time, this is all you need to know. But if you'd like to get what time of the year you need to plant them and what kind of fertilizers you need to apply, you can continue watching. The first one is a tomato that belongs to the nightshade family. A single plant can give you more than 100 tomatoes. You can wash, ziplock, and directly store it in the freezer. It's a summer-only crop. You can plant it once the temperature goes above 70 in May. In about 2 months, you'll start getting your initial crop. The yield will continue till it gets cold in October. Tomatoes are heavy feeders. You can add a teaspoon of blood meal when you plant it. Add NPK-based fertilizers in about every 3 weeks. In addition, it requires micronutrients such as calcium, magnesium, boron, and zinc. Compost can give you these necessary micronutrients. Second one is potatoes. That again belongs to the nightshade family. Once started growing, it's hard to kill. It's gonna stay in the soil forever. Potatoes particularly need a very water-draining garden soil. Even after the plant dies in late summer, bulb will be still intact underground. As long as soil doesn't hold water, you can leave it there and take it out when kitchen demands. Potato is very resilient to the climate and very northwest friendly. You can plant it anytime from February through October. If you see withered potatoes in your kitchen that start sprouting, throw them into your garden. You will get it back in multitudes in about 90 days. Potato is not very nutrient savvy. Focus on NPK with relatively less nitrogen. You may apply it maybe in every 4-5 weeks. Compost is perfect. My third recommendation is zucchini. It has a little bit thorny leaves and stems which helps to prevent from any kind of animal attacks. It's hard to go wrong with zucchinis. We use it mainly for grilling and in place of white pumpkin in sambar. Like tomato, this is a summer-only crop, but you can blanch the excess ones and keep it in the freezer. Planting time is almost same as tomato. Do it around Mother's Day or after that, once the temperature goes above 70. You will start getting the crop in about 2 months and the yield will continue till October. This is a heavy feeder, mainly depends on NPK. You may have to apply in every 3 to 4 weeks. Since this is a squash, apart from the fertilizer, it needs a lot of water. Water deeply 2 to 3 times a week depending upon the temperature. Carrot is yet another vegetable that's hard to go wrong. There will be plenty of leaves that you can use in salads and many cooking. Carrots can survive the cold, so you need to take it out only when you really need it. Like potatoes, you can plant it around the year except heavy winter months. Seeds may take 2+ weeks to sprout depending on the temperature. But the real challenge is the rabbits. Rabbits love carrot plants, so provide the right protection. I give both physical barriers with a chicken mesh as well as apply repellents based on cloves and garlics. Carrot is a heavy feeder on potash. It also needs micronutrients such as calcium, magnesium, and boron. You may apply NPK in about 4 weeks, preferably with compost. Carrots must have very loose water-draining soil of at least 10 inches deep. The next one is a snap pea. This is one of my favorites. It's such a delicious snack right off the garden. Crispy, juicy, slightly sweet. I love it. Snap pea doesn't like too much sun or cold. You may plant it anytime in March-April timeframe. Maturity is around 60 days. Plant may die once the sun gets to above 80 in July or August, but you may plant again in September for another round of crop. Remember, rabbits will go crazy for snap pea, so definitely need a lot of protection. Snappy is very low on maintenance. This belongs to legume family, which means it can absorb nitrogen from air and feed it into soil. Like potatoes, focus on nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium with relatively less nitrogen. Compost is perfect. The last one in the list is beans. This is another low maintenance vegetable that you can be easily self-sufficient for the entire year. Like zucchini, this is strictly summer only, but you can blanch the excess ones and keep in the freezer. You can plant beans around Mother's Day in May. Beans doesn't like night temperature going below 50. Once again, rabbits can be a nightmare, so protect it with a chicken mesh and repellents. Like snappy, this also belongs to legume family, which means you should focus on NPK with relatively less nitrogen. This is not a heavy feeder. Compost is all it needs.
So my goal is to be self-sufficient in 5 of them. So I have potato here on one side of this bed, and then tomato on the other side. This garlic is due, it's matured. I'll be taking it out this weekend, and I'll put 2 more tomato plants here. So 4 tomato plants should be sufficient. It will give me more than 400 of them, so that's quite good. And here in this bed I'm doing the beans. So I have 16 plants here, and then I have another bed for beans. So that there I have 20, so around 30-35 plants should be sufficient to give me enough beans for the whole year. Then I have 6 zucchini plants. That also should be sufficient. And on the other side I have carrots. So last year I got from about half of it I could survive 6 to 8 months. So this year I put it on a 8x2 bed, and that probably should be sufficient. I'm gonna give it a shot this time. So then in the slide deck I was stressing on the importance of giving physical protection against bunnies. So my snappy this year, it had flowered and it was almost ready, and then there was a small gap, and the bunny somehow got inside and it just wiped it off. So then I closed that gap. I given more protection with the chicken mesh, and I'm also putting the repellents as well. So hopefully that will give me enough protection. Once again, beans, snappy and carrots, that is very bunny prone, and you need to give a lot of protection for that. So hopefully you can try out some of these, and I'll catch you in another video. Thank you.